What's up, y'all? It's Steve here. Um, I just want to come back on here really quick because I saw a video 15 minutes ago, I think, where there was a man, a black man, talking about how you shouldn't let social media get you fired from your job. And this brother was spot on. He was very, very, very spot on. Now, he talked about how his homegirl um wanted to make a video, and he tried to talk her out of doing that, but she did it anyway, and because of that she got fired for it. So needless to say, and the link to that video will be down in the description box below. Make sure y'all check it out. Needless to say, I'm going to be very careful with what I say on here. Even though my channel is a small channel, there's some videos that I made that have gotten a lot of views. Okay. So I'm going to be very, 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 very careful with what I say on my platform, even though it's a small platform. Now, here's what I will say. I've said some things that I've used a lot of, I've used a lot of foul language in my videos. I've said a lot of harmful things, and I will say I've said a lot of ignorant things. I will be man enough to admit that. I've said a lot of ignorant things, a lot of harmful things, and I've used foul language, like strong foul language in some of my videos. And yeah, so I'm going to be real careful with what I say on here. And the reason why I'm saying that is simply because I don't know who's watching. I don't know who's watching my stuff. For all I know, it could be people that are not subscribed to me. For all I know, it could be people that are subscribed to me. For all I know, it could be people that I work with at my job. So I'm going to be very, very mindful, very careful with what I say, because I have to be very mindful with the algorithm. Like, I really do have to be very mindful with the algorithm. And I'll say the same thing to y'all. For those of you that do YouTube as a hobby, but you have jobs outside of YouTube, or if you do TikTok as a hobby, but have a job outside of TikTok, or if you do, OnlyFans content, and you work a job outside of OnlyFans, I'm talking to the women that do thirst trap videos and do thirst trap photos on your accounts, whether it's Instagram or OnlyFans. Be very careful with what you post on your social media platforms. Please be very careful. If you're working a regular 9 to 5 job outside of your social media, please be careful, because you don't know who's watching. You don't know. For all you know, it could be your coworkers watching your stuff, right? For all you know, right? And for all you women out there that make these thirst trap videos and these thirst trap photos, you don't know who's watching. You know what I mean? For all you know, it could be that one creepy dude at work that be watching that stuff, or seeing that stuff. You know what I mean? Or it could be one of those women at your job that don't like you, right? You got to be very careful of that, because they might see that stuff, and they might report you to your boss or to your supervisor, or I said to your boss. They might report you to your supervisor or to your manager or to your general manager. You know what I mean? So you don't know. You got to be very mindful, because you don't know who's watching. Okay? So if there's anything that I will say, based on what this brother said in his video, he did say something that was very profound and very true. He said, your coworkers are not your friends, they're your competitors. And because he said that, I'm going to be very mindful about that. I'm going to be very, very mindful. I'm going to be extremely mindful because I don't know who's watching my stuff. I don't know who's watching my videos. For all I know, it could be my coworkers watching it. For all I know, it could be my subscribers watching it. For all I know, it could be people who aren't subscribed to me watching it. For all I know, it could be, one of my family members watching this, and I will say this because my aunt, she works for the airlines, right? I'm not going to tell y'all the specific airline that she works at, but I'm just saying she works at the airline. And there's been times where she's told me where a lot of her coworkers have gotten fired because of the things that they've said, or some of the photos that they posted on their social media, where they got fired for that stuff. They said some things or done some things on there where the airlines caught wind of it, and because of that, they got booted from the airlines. So for me, I work at a factory, a candy factory, but for me, I'm going to be very mindful of what I say because I don't know who's watching. Like I said, it could be my coworkers watching. It could be the people that aren't subscribed to me watching. It could even be one of my supervisors that are watching. You know what I mean? And they might catch wind of it. And they might, report me to the office, and they might tell me something. Like, hey, I caught wind of this. Like, explain yourself, right? So, please, for everybody that does social media for a hobby, and you work out and you work a regular job outside of your social media, please be very careful with what you say on your platforms. Please be very careful with what you do on your platforms, because anything that you say and or do on your platform will bite you back on the ass. Like, I'm not being funny when I say that. Like, I'm being dead serious. Right? Like, please be careful. And I'm going to hold up to that standard myself. Because I've said things that were very harmful, very ignorant. I've used a lot of foul language in a lot of my videos. So I'm going to be very mindful and very careful. And I'm also going to be very mindful when it comes to the algorithm. Because like I said, I made videos where I've gotten a lot of views on those videos. And, even though my channel is a very small channel, doesn't mean I'm not gonna be naive to the fact that anybody could be watching. I'm not gonna be naive to that, because anybody could be watching. Anybody, whether it's your family, your coworkers, your boss, people who aren't subscribed to you, people who are subscribed to you. You don't know who's watching. You don't know. So that being said, I'm going to be very mindful of what I say on here. I'm going to dial it down when it comes to my language. I'm going to dial it down when it comes to saying things that come off very harmful and very, very ignorant and very belligerent. So I'm gonna dial it down, okay? Because I don't know who's watching, and I could say the same thing for y'all, especially you women. Again, especially you women that put out these thirst trap photos and these thirst trap videos. If you're a woman doing that, and you're working a regular 9-to-5 job outside of doing that, please be careful. because you don't know who's seeing that stuff. You don't know. And again, like I said, it could be that creepy dude at your job, or it could be that woman at your job that hates you, that hates your guts. Or it could be that one chick at your job that says she rocks with you and that she likes you, but deep down she don't like you. You know what I mean? So you got to be very mindful of that, okay? But with that being said, I will come back later to do a movie review, because there's a movie on Netflix called Joy, and there's another movie called Piano Lesson. So what I'll do is I'll watch Joy first, give y'all my review, and then tomorrow I will watch Piano Lesson and give y'all my review on that. But anyway, that's it. That's all I got to say. Hit the like button, subscribe, share the video, and the link to that video that I mentioned will be down in the description box below, of the brother talking about how you shouldn't let social media get you fired from your job. But that's it. That's all I got to say. I love y'all. I'm out. Peace.